Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on SDL here, and this will be a bit of a different video than usual, as today we're gonna talk about Broken Arrow, as I have been asked many times on YouTube, Twitch and Discord when and if I will be covering Broken Arrow, and I want to make a compact answer to clear up the reasons why I won't be covering Broken Arrow on this channel. And first I want to thank Slytherin for letting me get access to the Broken Arrow demos in the past and also sharing a lot of the other great games with me. I want to make clear that this video is not about me going after Slytherin or Steel Balalaika. I think they do a good job. I love a lot of other Slytherin games, Ruled Waves, Armored Brigades, Flashpoint Campaign, to count a couple. And it's totally my opinion piece here as well. So if you like Broken Arrow, have fun with it. But yeah, I just want to make something clear about this channel and why we won't see Broken Arrow here. So let's start with that. And let's start with the first reason, which is that it doesn't quite fit the channel. And this channel is mainly focused around 1v1 RTS gameplay, with the main focus currently being Wano, but we also had some Mechabellum, we had some Steel Division obviously in the past, and it was always 1v1 and tournament organization. And we tried to organize team game tournaments for Wano and Steel Division as well in the past, and it's always a lot harder. And Broken Arrow's main multiplayer game mode will be 5v5, and I can't quite see organizing 5v5 tournaments going to be easy, and it's not something I really intend to, and as that would be the only kind of content I would be interested for Broken Arrow, it's something that already is hard to make, so that's the first reason. Second reason is I don't quite enjoy the gameplay. It's not down my alley. Hot take here, I was never a major fan of World in Conflict, and Broken Arrow clearly wants to mix a lot of World of Conflict with some wargame, and yeah, that obviously then isn't quite my mix. The battle scale doesn't quite fit me, and I really can't stand the rubber banding effect that World in Conflict and Company of Heroes kind of games have, where if you take losses, you get more income, you're a bit limited in how many units you can have maximum on the battlefield by that income, and it tries to drag this game into the long. I like explosive RTS that can end in 3 minutes if things go wrong for one side, that where you always have to be on your toes, like StarCraft 2, like Wano, where game can go long or can go short, and that is something I enjoy a good bit more than the system that Broken Arrow does. And obviously, yeah, totally my opinion, but one more reason why I won't cover this. Number 3 is a big one as well, and that is the setting. The setting of the game is just not something I enjoy that much, and that is something because I enjoy mostly either science fiction or historical scenarios for my games. Historical scenarios is because I'm interested in mistakes humanity did in the past, and Wano's case didn't make in the past, and what we can learn from this. So BA's near future scenario is a bit uncomfortable to me, and fighting the wars our grandparents had to fight and the ones our parents luckily hadn't to is something that I'm way more enjoy than playing a scenario that I might have to fight in a couple years down the road. And that the setting is so close to the current war in Ukraine obviously doesn't help the meta either, especially with the intro clips looking like they could be in recruiting videos for the American or Russian military. And I know Steel Balalaika started the development before the war in Ukraine, so they didn't make this to like profit off of this, but it still, by happenstance, it ended up like this, and it's something I just can't enjoy and don't feel comfortable around, which would feel hypocritical if I would create content around it. And that also kind of feeds into the fourth part, which would be the competitive community that I envision for Broken Arrow, which is something that I would have to interact a lot with as a tournament organizer, obviously. And talking about metas and balances in a historical strategy game always involves nationalism. We have a lot of Germans being pissed about the Bundeswehr not being represented the right way in Wano, or Americans asking where the US Marines stay, or Russians being like, why is this tank having this and this armor, because the Russian sources say something different. Why didn't you check deeper there? And with BA, I think that will go even more heated, because obviously you have all the current events going on where all that equipment that is represented in Broken Arrow is also used there, and then that will always be fed in there. And I also in the past already had enough interactions with highly motivated American and Russian nationalists to know that those are kind of the most hardline ones there to interact with. So I can't envision that being a passionate and fun space to be in as well. So yeah, I think the casual average Broken Arrow player will be a super fun player to be around, but that's not what I would have to interact with. So yeah, in the end, it's just not something I see for the channel. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to clear up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay still in the comments, and see you all in the next one.